So today is my last day in Los Angeles. A lot can change in 2.5 years. Tomorrow I move across country. Is my move part of a great migration out of the Golden State? Too much traffic, too much regulation, too little rain? Maybe.
But also something more. You understand there is something outside yourself that has to be served. And when that need is gone, when belief has died.
It reminds me of the story of the boy who is searching for validation. Growing up, I can remember a stretch of 2 to 3 years that were truly blissful. My mother was in a healthy relationship. My father lived close by and would visit often. We celebrated Christmas with friends and relatives like normal households do. We moved 11 times before I was in high school, and this was the longest stretch. All right, let's do it. So the plan was I would drive and my wife and baby would fly. And when both of our fathers found out about this trip, they jumped at the opportunity to join me. That was a half a tank. At nearly $7 a gallon, there's some things in California I won't miss. All right, we're in Barstow. This is the last stop in California before we are never coming back to California. I am excited. I'm excited to be like a big fish in a small pond, you know, to take my big city mentality and my big dreams and go make art in a small part of the Midwest. I don't have any money. Just kidding, that's my dad. His fantasy is to drive across country with his son. He wants to drive. I haven't been letting him drive. Dad, do you want to drive? Dad, at what age did you know you were different?
Different from what?
Different.
No, what do you mean?
My father is an interesting man. His 2 older sisters tormented him growing up, so I think on some subconscious level, his need to be heard manifests in his desire to do things that get a rise out of people. One year, he got custody of my brother and I for Thanksgiving, and instead of having a normal dinner at his house, he put an ad in the front page of the local paper looking for a family to take us in. Being 10 years old, I was extremely embarrassed at the time, but that quickly disappeared when the family that sponsored us had a son with a trampoline. Growing up, I always wanted a trampoline.
Under the circumstances of like right now, I wouldn't stop.
Money bags over here, rolled up with $650 cash in his pocket. $650 cash in his pocket. If we had room in this truck, you can be certain we would be stopping at garage sales. What the hell am I doing in Albuquerque? So I met up with Damon here. Damon's a fan of the channel. He just randomly reached out to me. He's like, yo, are you rolling through the 40? Do you want to just have lunch in Albuquerque? I was like, yeah, let's go meet up with a fan.
I was born in Florida. I've lived out here since I was 10 years old. I work for a utility company, but I do a lot of photography and a lot of videography. And okay.
Hey guys, you doing okay? For the last 2.5 years of COVID, I've been wearing a mask, and I haven't gone inside restaurants unless it's like they have a patio, and it's just kind of I know my wife is gonna kill me for not wearing a mask in here, but I'm just gonna have to COVID test after. This is a road trip with my father-in-law and my father. Now, one of you guys is probably gonna die on this trip. Just so you know, it's just how it goes. That's how these films go. One of you guys is a goner.
When I was 3, I was living in Bradenton, and in a ditch there, I had a stick and I was poking at something, and someone observed me, and they told my mother, get him out of there, because that's a coral snake that he is poking.
All right, just imagine like 12 hours of this. This is my day today, just listen to these stories.
An Orbit? I did. I have a Pro Kit.
Dude, I'm honored.
Well, I appreciate it.
You supported my art.
Well, I think it's one of the coolest things that I had seen come along in a while, and it solved a lot of problems for me. I had told you that I years ago tried to make something myself out of an old Surf Genie.
Did you happen to submit the video a year ago, the video challenge, when I did about the knockoff challenge?
I did, yeah.
Was that you?
Me and my wood shop, yeah.
Right now, I'm thinking about the moon and Copernicus and his idea that the sun was the center of the universe. I'm thinking about geometry and how the radius of a circle is equal all the way around. What if somebody repurposed a piece of ceiling fan that's based on this geometry?
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, okay. I haven't done the video yet. I mean, I edited it and I watched them and I have it, but I've been waiting to release it until all of the orders have been satisfied. So we're literally, all the orbits are on a boat right now. Once those are being delivered to customers, then I'll launch that video. YouTube likes it if it looks amateur. I would be way more successful if I would just upload all of my duds.
All right, man.
Launch that channel, bro.
I will.
Do it.
What if you zip-tied an articulating broomstick to it? What if you stuck a potato on the end? Would it spin vibration-free? What about a sweet potato? What would those look like? Ah, I have an idea. Yams.
I love you. I love you.
Who are you talking to, Dad? Who are you talking to?
Paul Ingram.
My dad's using this opportunity to call everyone in his phone. He loves talking on the phone.
We're on a turnpike in Oklahoma. 31 miles to the toll plaza. You still there? Oh, he hung up. Okay.
Who are you calling next, Dad?
John Ingram.
Oh, you're calling his brother. What? Can we just listen to some music, Dad?
That's why I'm in this truck. I'm helping him move. Anyway, just called to say hi, and I tried talking with Paul, but he seemed to be preoccupied and get off the phone sooner than I thought. Anyway. Okay, take care of yourself.
You once told me that you directed a play in New York on LSD.
No, that was not so. What I told you was that I was in a play, playing a part, a minor role, and this older man and I took some LSD before the show. That's all. That was 1965.
Genesis.
Jessica?
Genesis.
Genesis, okay.
And I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord. Well, I've been waiting for this moment for all my life.
Dad, I was on Facebook Marketplace and I found the most ultimate memorial bench you've ever seen in your life. It's beautiful. Now, the only problem is that it needs new wood slats to sit on. So, but it's a bargain. It's $20. All right, I'll keep looking. My dad doesn't know the words. All right, here's your part. Here's your part. You come in low, I come in high. Come on, Eileen. Oh, to me at this moment.
You want to become a better singer? Just join Marlene and Steve at their church and join the choir. And you will they will make you a better singer. They want you personally because you're young and good looking. And that will help attract other people to the choir. Just do it. You know, I did it for 3 years. Of course, I was married to the choir director.
So it's funny, people say about like Dayton, like, oh, you really get the seasons. Yeah, that's a euphemism for it looks like death half the year. You know what? It doesn't really matter because most last year I spent inside my studio inside anyway. Even during sunny days, I was like grinding away, working and editing and shooting inside my studio. So if I can say anything about this trip, it's been a magnifying glass. Spending time with my father, I can see so many more parallels to our lives. His needing to be heard and validated is very similar to my needs as the youngest of 5 children. How my needs manifested in a near decade struggle pursuing the craft in Hollywood. My name is Josh. I'm from Los Angeles, California. That's the police. Open up. She said 5 assistants. 5. You know, I did what any normal guy would do. I Googled you, I found out where you were, got your address, I followed you home.
Go ahead.
Drop it. There. Should stop the bleeding. Kinda ready to make it already, you know? I just feel like, you know, maybe I can make it. And what that means for me to leave that behind. Yo, can I call you back? We're about to pull up to the house right now. Hi! Hi, baby! Arthur! I love you.
Lots of things in life you don't get to do more than once. You have little kids for 4 years. And if you miss it, it's done. That's it. That period between 0 and 4, 0 and 5, there's something about it. It's like a peak experience in life. You got to know that. And it isn't much of your life, because you think of it as a long time. It's not that long, man. 4 years goes by so fast you can't believe it. And if you miss it, it's gone. You miss it at your peril, and you don't get it back.
And as for the story of the young boy became a man and traded his need for validation for family and a trampoline. There are so many voices telling us these days to hustle your ass off, to grind away, and not enough telling us to appreciate the moment to moment, the small stuff, the stuff you kinda need to be present for. This story is a bit full circle for me. All those years in Los Angeles, chasing the dream, I spent searching for validation and a sense of belonging. Little did I know I was searching in the wrong spot. Now, I don't think I'll ever get used to the radically spontaneous weather of Ohio, but maybe it's not such a bad thing. And as for the dream, well, dreams change.
The neighbors thought you were policeman with that stupid mustache. Je leur ai dit que tu étais une star du porno sur OnlyFans.
I don't know, Lobster. This is a pretty big change.
At least the basement is bigger than average. This is only half of it. Quelle est l'expression? Quand une porte se ferme, une autre s'ouvre.
This place is gonna need a lot of work.
Good. I know just the man for the job.
What the hell is this? Oh man, it's April. I've been here 4 days. Yep. I made a big mistake.